Well, we couldn't get the job done on Tuesday night, but we got it done today. Was it the most entertaining game? Probably not. I certainly wasn't sat there on the edge of my seat, but I didn't care because we've got the points and that's what it's about. I think when you get to March, even to be honest, even after the turn of the year, it's just about points. That's what it's about. Leeds drop them at 12 and you go and you've got the chance to go into the top two. You've got to perform. We had the chance on Tuesday and didn't. It was like we crumbled under pressure. And today we've risen to it, got the result we need, and into the top two. Things are looking up. Like it's, I think we can be quietly optimistic for the rest of the season. Now, obviously, we've got two tough games coming up: Bristol City and Coventry. I think back to back. They're going to be two really tough games. Coventry have had a really good result today against Sunderland, and Bristol City beat Norwich, I think, last night. So they're two tough games, but the one at home against Bristol City's must win. Coventry away, play it by ear. Let's see how the other teams get on, and that all we can hope now is Sheffield slip up tomorrow and we can stay in second going into the international break. So that'd be massive. It'd be massive to be above Sheffield and them still have to come to us as well, like, in a game that we've got to win. It'd be huge. But today I just thought it was just about getting the job done, and we did it. It was professional. Professional's probably the best way I can describe it. Just get the early goal, which was a bit of a gift, but you've still got to work it. Like you know, Anthony picks the right pass, timing of it's right. Fleming picks the right pass across the face of goal, times it right on his weaker foot, gets it across, and we've got a tap in 1-0. And you know, even though it's a gift to get the ball back where you do, you've still got to go and put it in the back of the net. So many times this season we've got into them areas and haven't done anything with it. So when you do, you can't take any credit away from the lads who've got the ball into the back of the net. Second goal again. Listen, it was probably how it got as long as it did without going into the net, I don't know. Great finish by Anthony to just smash it into the roof of the net, and at that point, I think you just know it's game over. That we're not conceding twice, are we? So you know we've won that game at that point probably. And then I think some of the lads probably knew as well. Obviously, I'm not in the dressing room, I can't say for certain, but I think at that point we took the foot off the gas a bit, especially second half. We invited quite a bit of pressure onto us. Listen, we rose to it and it didn't really matter. They were never going to score twice. They're probably one of the poorer sides, I would say, we've faced recently. But listen, you can only beat what's in front here. You know, they've done all right under this new manager. I think they won like 3 out of 4 in the league or something like that. They kept a few clean sheets in a row and all that before today, or before midweek anyway. So listen, there's no easy games. Leeds found that out today when they went to QPR in the bottom half and drew 2-2. So wherever you go in this league, you've got to be professional, get the job done, and today we've done it. I thought the manager got his team selection right. I did tweet in the game, like, it's the Hannibal and Laurent, it's not an argument per se, but the discussion's interesting because I'll happily sit here and say, like, I'm not a massive Laurent fan. Like, he doesn't, I don't want to say he doesn't do that much for me, because he does. He's great at what he does. He probably hasn't got the same technical ability as some of the other midfielders, let's say that. But he's fantastic at what he does. And you've got someone like Hannibal who's got better technical ability than Laurent and a different kind of skill set. But when he plays, he's playing like more advanced than Brownhill drops back. So it's like you're kind of getting a better player into the 11, but it's at the detriment of the team because Brownhill's better at the number 10 than Hannibal is. And he won't play Hannibal at the 8, if that makes sense. So Cullen and Brownhill playing next to each other doesn't work when Hannibal's in front. It just doesn't, but that's the way he picks them three when they're in the team. So Cullen and Brownhill are always playing. And if you put Hannibal into the team, we probably don't look quite as good and we don't get the best out of Brownhill as when Laurent plays. So he's probably the number one pick above Hannibal at the minute. I actually thought today was his best game in a Burnley shirt. I can't really remember him having a better game than that. He was just everywhere. He was seeing balls out for goal kicks. He was winning it back. He's driving through midfield with it. He was excellent today. I thought he was the best player on the pitch by quite some way. Like I said, I don't think there was too many to pick from for us today who were like levels above. But I thought he was a level above some of the others today. I thought he was fantastic. And obviously, he's bringing the best out of Brownhill. He's got 4 in 6. And it's just, I don't know how many have come when Laurent's been on the pitch. I wouldn't like to put my neck on the line, but I'd imagine maybe a few of them have. But he's great in the 10, and you have to get him in that number 10. Like, when you play him any deeper, it just, the whole kind of, I don't want to say the team falls apart, but we're not as good. We don't score as many goals. I wouldn't have said when Brownhill plays deeper. I don't have like facts to hand, but he just has to play in that number 10. It's one of them things, and that Laurent's probably going to have to play to bring the best out of him, and it's not sacrificial, but he is probably not as good as Hannibal technically, but he's bringing the best out of those around him, so you've got to play him for me now. It's a bit disappointing to go into the international break straight after a win, but it'll give us a chance to get some players, like some rest into players. We've had 3 games in a week. Been a really busy schedule with the FA Cup, and then we've had midweek games in February. It's just been full on. So hopefully, like, rest up. If we can, like, get some lads back near to full fitness, it'll give us a few more weeks that, like, Ramsey and all those lot back, if we can, for the like running of the season. I don't know how close those lot are, but if we can get like minutes into legs over the break and what have you. So listen, we're in a good position, can't get too carried away, but professional performance today, job done, into the top 2, and we couldn't be any happier, could we really?